Well, it's the month of February and we're highlighting turnips. Can you imagine that? I am here with farmer Jamie Swafford. We are in Gaston County where he has an acre and a half, almost 2 acres of vegetable farmland. And the name of the farm is?
Dogwood Meadows Farm.
Dogwood Meadows Farm. So stay tuned and remember that the name of that farm, because lots of good food is going to be coming from this farm. Well, we have right here, Jamie, explain to us what we're looking at here.
Okay, these are my turnips, my overwintered turnips. Everyone knows and loves the purple top turnip.
Purple top, yes.
That's the go-to in the South. I plant mine a little bit closer together so I can get specifically golf ball sized turnips. And if you like the greens, these are my grandmother's favorite turnip greens.
Oh, yes.
And that's why
absolutely.
I planted so close together so I can get her turnip greens.
Oh, good, good.
I do a couple different varieties. I work with a lot of chefs and they love colors and textures and different things.
Yes, absolutely.
I have these little red flattened turnips and they're called Hita Bini, and they are an Asian variety. My favorite raw turnip is one called a Hakurai. It's a Japanese variety turnip. They get large size, small size, even ping pong size.
Baby size, yeah. That's like
just,
1 bite worth.
They're just crisp and delicious. And then one of my favorite roasting or long time cooking turnips is called the Golden Glove or Golden Ball. And they're yellow on the inside, has a flavor reminiscent of rutabaga.
Oh, yes.
I just love them. They grow a little bit faster than a rutabaga, and the greens are delicious as well. Thornless, and those are the varieties that
And some of them are kind of prickly too, aren't they?
These are not as prickly,
Yeah.
and that's why I like these.
Okay, well that's great. Now, are you going to be at the farmers market in Shelby?
We're still working out specifics on which market we're going to be at.
Okay.
Either Foothills Farmers Market or Gaston County Farmers Market or both.
Okay, okay. Well, stay tuned for that, folks. Well, now we've seen what he grows and as far as the turnip line goes. Now we're going to set up the camera out in the garden so you'll be able to see where they're coming from. So you won't know, there'll be a transition, but that's what we're going to do. As promised, we're here in the garden, clouds above, greenery here, and Jamie's going to talk to you about what he believes gardening should be all about.
I talk about root to stem harvest. I like to be able to get more than one ingredient off of each crop. That helps with the customer base, and it also helps in financials as well. I plant, these are purple top turnips here, and these are golden globe turnips here. I plant these purple tops a little tight spacing. It gives me 2 crops. It gives me turnip greens, which I sell in a mix, and I also sell as turnip greens on their own. And then I also get golf ball size turnips. So here are the turnips.
All right, just like what we saw in the before.
And then when I'm harvesting the greens, I basically just come in, make sure they're looking good. And I'll just pull these about right when they start getting skinny. And go down the line. These will grow back fully in 2 weeks. I can harvest a section, and every 2 weeks they'll be regrown. On the other side here are the golden gloves. Beautiful turnips.
And they have kind of a green top where it's purple on the purple top.
Yeah, they're delicious.
And you also have a way of washing all your greens too. That I believe you can do 100 pounds in an hour.
Yes.
Of washing his greens. So if you buy greens from Jamie, you know they've been through the ringer.
They will be clean.
All right. Well, listen, folks. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for Nancy, and then we'll be cooking turnips here in just a little bit. Thanks for watching.
Thank
you too, Jamie.
Listen up. Do you have a passion for cooking? A desire to learn more about the craft of professional food preparation? If so, now's a great time to check out Cleveland Community College's brand new Culinary Arts Academy. This exciting 3-month program offers hands-on training for jobs in the food service industry. Across the nation, food service is one of the fastest-growing industries. With your training at CCC's Culinary Arts Academy, you can compete for jobs in hotels, restaurants, conference centers, cruise ships, and other settings. Enroll in CCC's program and you'll gain in-depth training in food procedures, preparation, and commercial kitchen operations. Plus, the program includes a special add-on. You'll get your certificate in cardiopulmonary resuscitation or CPR training. You can earn good money too. Depending on where you work, starting salaries range from $20,000 to $50,000. In just 12 weeks, you can be well on your way to gaining the know-how to handle food safely, properly, as a true professional. Now ask yourself, are you ready to start your journey today at CCC?
Hey Jen, does your home have natural gas from the city of Shelby?
I'm not sure, Chris. You do realize I'm just a kid, right?
Right, you're what, like 6 years old now?
6.5, Chris.
Okay. Well, did you know that the city of Shelby's been providing natural gas to homes in Cleveland County since?
1955. Yeah, I knew that.
You also know that natural gas is...
Safe.
Yeah, did you know natural gas is...
Affordable. Yeah, I knew that too.
Wow, you sure know an awful lot about natural gas to be a kid.
Hey, I may be a kid, but I'm pretty smart to be.
6 years old?
6.5, Chris.
For more information on the benefits of natural gas, visit cityofshelby.com and discover all the ways natural gas is working for you today.
Safe, affordable natural gas from the city of Shelby, making the
way we live even better.
You have got to stop doing that.
Welcome to Meet Me at the Movies. I am Noel T. Manning II, hanging out with a bunch of cool folks.
Like Glenn from The Walking Dead.
The Critics' Choice Scholar. Christian is not with us this week because he was smart.
Tim, how are you doing back over there on the Tim Cam?
Tim Cam.
Love is eternal.
Love is eternal.
Knows no date.
It knows no date. Keep quiet.
Which means we can run this more than once.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Oh, look at he's celebrating.
He's celebrating.
Ragnarok. Was there a band called Striper?
Yes.
So
yes, absolutely. I have no idea. I just made that
up. Welcome back, Cleveland County. Well, we've just been to Jamie Swafford's area with his turnips, and we're going to talk to Nancy Abassier-Kong, who is the Family and Children's Consumer Sciences
Extension Agent.
Extension Agent. We'll get that out right. To tell us why in the world we'd want to eat a turnip, Nancy.
Oh, yes. Well, turnips are an old vegetable. It's a vegetable. It's been around a long time. Not as familiar, or maybe not eaten as often as some others, but very nutritious. And of course, with turnips, we can eat both the bulb, the turnip portion, and then the greens, the turnip greens. So it's you eat the entire plant.
Right. It's just it's very versatile.
Very, very versatile, and both parts are nutritious.
Oh, good.
Both have vitamin C, excellent source of vitamin C, and then the greens also have vitamin A and some vitamin K. So, as well as folate and potassium and things that are important for whether it's our immune system or healthy skin, eyes, all of those different nutrients that we need.
Plus, it's a vegetable.
A vegetable, and it's a non-starchy vegetable.
Oh,
so that's
that's
the other
good
thing.
To know.
That's right.
Yes, yes.
And of course, the greens are, but the bulb itself is not starchy. Now, we'll have some carbohydrates in that, but still a very good source.
Nutritious.
Very nutritious, nutrient dense, as we've said before about several different vegetables that we've talked about.
Well, now, do we need to peel this thing, this turnip?
If it's a young, tender, small turnip, you can eat the peel. You don't have to peel it. And most of them are white on the bottom of the bulb and then a purplish top. Right. There can be other colors, all purple and some other colors. But
with the different varieties
plants. Right. But you would peel if it's more mature, if it might be tough or so forth. But if it's young and tender, you can use the whole
The
thing.
peel will cook
It
up
will cook it,
just like
yes,
the
or you could
inside.
eat it fresh. You can eat it raw.
Oh, of
which
course
we don't
can.
often think of turnips as raw,
Right.
but in a salad or in slaw or something like that, that would be another way that we could use it.
All right. Well, now, once we get them from either a local farmer or the grocery store, what's the best way to save them in our refrigerator? I'd assume you refrigerate them.
Right. This is one of the vegetables that we refrigerate. There
Okay.
are some that we don't, but this one we do.
Okay.
Put it in a plastic bag, just loose bag, and then put it in your vegetable crisper.
Okay.
And keep it up to a week, 4 or 5 days, up to a week. But the smaller ones, of course, will be more tender and sweet. The older, or if you keep it too long, they can have a bitter taste
yes,
to
sure,
them, that strong taste.
Right.
And of course, they're in the same family with cabbage and Brussels sprouts and some other brassicas. So they have that, could have a bitterness. Again, the younger and the smaller the turnip, the almost sweet, but the more mild the flavor would be.
Okay. And then, of course, you can cook them up, and I would assume you could, once you cook them up and didn't eat all of them at a meal, you could freeze them, both the
Yes.
greens and the
Right.
mashed up turnips.
You can,
Okay.
and you can also roast turnips. You can put it in with your medley of vegetables that you're going to roast in the oven. You could saute them. You can steam them.
Okay.
You can microwave them.
Oh.
So mash them.
Yes.
Put it in with potatoes and mash like you might cauliflower.
Right.
To again give a little more nutrition to your mashed potatoes if it's just white potatoes. Then put in some turnips, 1 or 2 turnips, with
with the mashed
cook them in
potatoes.
with your potatoes.
What a great
And you
idea.
get just that little bit of a peppery, just a little intense flavor.
Oh,
And of course,
yes.
depending on how many you put and how well your family likes turnips. But that's
Sure.
another way.
But that
Put them
would
in
be a way.
soups.
That would be a way to hide them, is put them in mashed potatoes.
Right, and if you're trying to train your family on eating them,
Right.
then a few at a time and just getting familiar with them
Right.
Would be a way. Now you can also freeze the turnips. You would blanch them. We've talked before
okay,
about
good,
blanching.
good.
So we look at the chart, depending on how small you've cut them. About 3 minutes in a boiling water blanch.
Right.
Take them out immediately into your cold water, ice water, and then let those chill. Take them out of there and drain.
Right.
And then you're ready to freeze, either in a bag or a plastic container, or put them out on a cookie sheet,
and
and
freeze
do
them
them
individually, and
individually.
then scratch them off.
Right.
Put them in your
So if you want a
container.
handful into your soup or into a stir fry or whatever, you have just whatever you need.
Nancy.
Easily accessible. Same with the green. Well, the greens you would freeze all together.
Right.
You wouldn't do a tray method for the greens, but they
Right.
can also be blanched and frozen.
Okay. And then cook them later.
Cook later,
them
or
down,
if
add
you
a
cook
little
some and
olive
you want
oil
to,
and-
that's right.
Oh, my
a little
goodness.
garlic, a little,
Right.
different things.
Right,
So,
right.
and there'll be some recipes, and of course our chef is going to be showing us some things for both the greens and the bulb, I understand.
Right, yes,
So.
yes. So one other dish I know that you can cook the greens and put the turnips in with the greens, which makes it very attractive. So then you really know, what you've eaten.
That you're getting them both right there.
Right. Well, Cleveland County, stay tuned. We're actually going to see the cooking of a turnip and its green. So stay tuned.
I would tell anybody that's interested in getting broadcasting that this is a really exciting field to be in. The possibilities are endless. And every day is different. There's always something new. You're always on your toes. I think the good thing about, a school like Cleveland Community College is they're really good at keeping up with the latest technologies. My experience with the broadcasting program has been everything and more. I've hosted a television show here. I've done radio shows. I've made my own commercials, all kinds of exciting things, digital animation. And I've never thought I'd have a career in news that I enjoy. It's just really exciting to, have a career where you're in control of what 2 million people in the area are watching every night. It's really exciting and enriching and fulfilling work. It doesn't feel like a job. I mean, I get to hang around all day and make television. I mean, just listen to that.
Now the question is, are you ready to start your journey today?
Arsenic, cadmium, fluorine, formaldehyde, rubidium, lithium.
Do yourself a favor and don't image search for exploding e-cigarettes.
What you don't know about e-cigarettes can hurt you.
Are you ready to take all this in?
These days, having a secure job really matters. Take plumbing, for instance. No matter what's going on with the economy, there will always be a need for professional plumbers to fix problems, help finish a new home or renovation, and make sure the plumbing works just right. Plus, professional plumbers can make a very good living. CCC offers what you need to get going with your career as a plumber. We have a fast-track certificate program to give you top-notch residential plumbing skills and knowledge of code requirements. Our more in-depth diploma program can give you the technical know-how and skills to handle residential and some big commercial projects. You learn how to lay, install, and maintain piping fixtures and systems for gas, hot water, drainage, sprinkling, and plumbing processing systems in any environment. Job security, good pay, professional status. Now the question is, are you ready to start your journey today?
Only 2 years until graduation. Then what? The Advanced Manufacturing Academy is a partnership between Cleveland County Schools and Cleveland Community College. It offers you, rising 11th graders, the chance to learn job skills, earn valuable credentials, and complete your high school studies all at the same time. By completing the Advanced Manufacturing Academy, you'll graduate high school ready to start work at way above minimum wage. Check out the Academy and give yourself a head start on a great future.
Welcome back, Cleveland County. We're here in the Kitchen Cooperative Extension, and I am here with Diana Cosby. Diana is a great chef, and she lives in Rutherford County, just right over the line, I believe. I
live in Bostic.
In Bostic, okay. Yes. Well, as you know, we're doing turnips, and she loves to cook turnips. So it's always better, Diana, to have somebody that loves to do what they're cooking. Yes. So here we go. All right, do you want to explain what we have here?
All right, this is the turnip. When you pull them out of the ground, they'll have dirt, mud on them, because they're an in-ground vegetable. So you will need to wash them and clean them up. And then these are the greens that will be on top of them. Mm-hmm. You can pick these when they first start, just little shoots, but the turnips won't be ready for quite a while.
But you can't eat the greens while the turnips are still in the ground?
Yes.
Whoa, that's a big thing.
At a small, kind of like this, or smaller, and cook them. And then as the turnips grow, you just pull the turnips up. Okay. But you're enjoying the greens way before you do the turnips.
Oh, that's a wonderful piece of information.
And you don't really waste anything on these, because you eat the turnips and you eat the greens.
Okay.
And in order to cook the greens, I take and pull the stems out. You just pull the stem back like this right here. And then you
sort of like you do collards.
Yes, like collards are good. And then you just put them in your pot and you add
and you kind of shred them up as you just put them in the pot.
I take them kind of like this with my knife and kind of shred them up like that.
Okay.
And you will think you're going to have a huge pot, but you're not.
Right.
But this is considered a bunch. And when you cook those down, they cook way down.
Right.
But that makes them better because it makes them tender. When you chop them like this, it makes them
yes.
tender. It makes them so good.
Right. And then you would add something. We already have the prepared dishes.
We have
to show you what they look like. But with the greens, what would
you add about, with this bunch right here, you would take and de-stem them. I soak them in water. You have to wash them really good because they have the sand and the grit off the fields on them.
From the soil.
And I'll put them in water, and I'll put salt in the water in my sink and let them soak for a little bit. And then I'll change that water, and then I'll put some more in there and let them soak and move them around to try to get all the grit off.
Right.
And then you just I'll take and de-stem them, chop them a little, put them in a pot. Put about 3 cups of water on them.
Okay.
And
for like a bunch of these greens.
For the greens. And then you just take and let them simmer for a while. You know, just cook and just kind of not boil rapidly.
Warm up, but kind of warm up.
Yes.
Okay.
And then they'll start shrinking down. And then I take and fry some bacon and do the bacon grease. I put about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease over them.
Okay.
And
while
then
they're still cooking.
Yes.
Okay.
And when they kind of get tender-like, you want to take a few strips of bacon after you've fried it.
Right.
Fry your bacon and make it crispy. And there's caramel some up over it. And then just let it sit there and simmer to where it just cooks and the bacon's taste will get in.
And the water cooks down, or really almost cooks off.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And then you have your product to where it's just kind of down there, and you can use the juice if you like cornbread. Take the juice off the thing. You don't have to dump all the juice off and drain them.
Oh, what a
You can
great
take some of the
thing.
juice and put in your plate, crumble you up. If you're country,
Right.
you can crumble up that cornbread and put
Oh,
them
yes.
grease
We're
over it
going
and
to
stuff.
plate a plate here in just a minute.
And it works perfect.
All right, great. Well, now let's talk about our turnip. And I've been eyeing this, Diane, and I told you I was going to grab a piece. Because
They're
I
very
love
good.
these raw vegetables.
And they're great for just, like I told you, the way I fix them, there is so many different ways. There's baking, there's stewing, there's just like you're eating it. Or just put them on a vegetable tray and and put a dip when you're having some
Raw
kind of function.
with a dip.
They're
Oh,
just
think of that.
whatever you want to do with them. But what I do is you take and cut this end off and this end off.
Okay.
Of them. You'll discard those.
Right.
And the peeling, kind of like this right here, that just peels it away. And then I cut it in 2.
Okay.
And then I just slice it like this right here. Add it to the pot. Like you would this right here. Just add it over there and put your sugar and your salt, 3 tablespoons of sugar in it.
Okay.
About 5 turnips this size.
Okay.
And about 3 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay.
With a 1/2 teaspoon or 1/4 of salt. It depends on if you like salt.
Right.
I'm not a salt person.
Right,
So
I'm not either.
My mother never used salt, so if you come to my house, you're going to have to use a salt shake.
Okay, well.
But just let them steam, and they will come like you're cooking potatoes. They'll turn from this color to this, which is just kind of
Kind
like
of a
this
golden color.
And then when they get finished, they're real soft like a potato. I add about 3 tablespoons of butter.
Okay, in the pot
In
with
the
them.
pot.
Okay.
And then that's essentially all it is. It's just it's not really time consuming.
Right.
It's just so, and I love them. With cornbread muffins, our pintos.
Oh my. Well, listen, let's do a plate and show our audience what it looks like. And she's done some cornbread muffins right here. Oh, this doesn't get much better than this. That might be my lunch, Diana.
Well, I hope you enjoy it. It would be mine if I was at home. But see, the juice off of it, you can always put that over your cornbread.
Oh,
and there's nothing as good as this and you can also use streaked meat.
Oh,
if you like the fat back or streaked meat, a lot of people use that. But then you put that on there, and then I just lay a few pieces
So
of
you
bacon
have
on
your
there.
veggies and your meat. Now, let's talk about the vinegar.
If you like vinegar on it, some people don't, but some people do.
Right.
So you just put how much vinegar you want on your
top of
greens,
that.
and you're done.
Oh.
And you have your perfect meal. Put you on some pintos.
Oh my
Put you some
goodness.
pintos on there with
Oh.
country ham, and you've got your meal ready.
Got your
Pure
meal.
country for it.
Well, Diana, I can't thank you enough. You came prepared. You're very calm with your instructions. So, folks, go out and get you some turnips and make a country meal.